All right, we all know that San Francisco real estate is expensive, but now it's getting pretty cheap. Now, San Francisco's Park Merced apartments are now plagued by crime, vermin, squatters, and debts. That's what San Francisco is now famous for. No wonder their tourism dropped by a third, because all the stores are empty. There's rampant shoplifting, crime is everywhere, people are high on fentanyl on the streets, and there's people sleeping on the middle of the sidewalk. This is not normal for a first world tech city, but it is for San Francisco. Maximus Real Estate has $1.8 billion in troubled loans tied to a 3,200 unit complex in San Francisco. This is one of the biggest properties I've ever seen. This is also one of the biggest debts I've ever seen. Now, $1.8 billion in loans tied to this complex is okay if this complex is doing well. Like there's a bunch of tech workers are staying here and they're paying top rents. Then yeah, I mean, it's fine. You could pay off that rent and mortgage, all that good stuff as time goes on. But San Francisco is facing one of the biggest downfalls ever. With rampant shoplifting, you now have squatters taking over vacant units. You have rodents everywhere. Dumpsters are overflowing. Car break-ins. People complain about broken elevators. Like, this just sucks. Like, landlords and people who own stakes in this, they want to get out. This place sucks because squatters are here. A lot of tech employees no longer work in San Francisco, and it is plagued by enormous amounts of vacancies. And look at this entire block of San Francisco that's vacant. This is getting more and more common. This is a really big example. This is Union Square. This is where Crate and Barrel, Macy's, Uniqlo used to be. Even freaking T-Mobile has moved out because it sucks. And you have rampant shoplifting, people high on drugs, open air drug markets, tents on the streets, and no wonder people actually leave. Then you got a whole entire San Francisco office tower selling for a stunning 90% off. This building was bought a few years ago for $65 million-ish. Now it just sold for $6.5 million. A building of this size in one of the biggest tech cities in the world sells for measly pennies. And that's not normal. And this is on Market Street. Market Street is also a street where all these stores are lost and basically empty. So yes, this building sells for 90% off. And I'm surprised it even sold for $6.5 million. In comparison, if you go to like a high-end place like Singapore, $6.5 million gets you a 3-story little townhouse with a little tea shop on the bottom. Not a whole entire skyscraper like this. It just shows you how much of a fall is happening in San Francisco. And this apartment complex is not going to get any better when the city's health is in trouble. And look at this. You also have the $20 minimum wage problem now, which is leading to an even bigger layoff in San Francisco and the rest of the Bay Area. And then you also have Florida real estate being so enticing that many people who thought about investing in San Francisco real estate suddenly found themselves investing in Florida real estate, already attracting some of the biggest players like Goldman Sachs, Citadel, Apple, Lockheed, Blackstone, and the Grant Cardone Capital. So if you ask me, San Francisco is lost. The real estate is literally down in the dumps. I mean, look at this penthouse, right, in the Four Seasons, listed for $11 million originally, is now on the market for just a measly $3.75 million. High-end penthouses like these, especially the Four Seasons brand in first world cities, go for over $8, $9, $10 million, some even $15, $20 million. Even Manhattan real estate, despite how bad the city is getting, still has these very expensive units at high amounts, and they do get sold. But San Francisco, these units, not a single person wants them. And this was sold in 2005 for $6.5 million. Now on the market for $3.75 million. I mean, this is being listed for like 1990s type prices. And this is what we're seeing in San Francisco. San Francisco is slowly collapsing as time goes on. Whole entire apartment complex is in trouble. $1.8 billion might be in trouble. And we're already seeing hundreds of millions of dollars going default in San Francisco. This isn't even that big of an amount when you already see billions of dollars of money tied to these real estate loans basically collapsing. Nobody wants these hotels. Nobody wants these units. San Francisco right now is simply going down in the gutter. And it's really, really sad to see. Because a fantastic first world tech city being turned into something like the third world. Can San Francisco recover? Can they come back from this? It's a whole nother story. But right now, it is incredibly difficult for San Francisco to climb back, especially with all these different impacts like minimum wage, theft, crime, and other more appealing and enticing cities. San Francisco will probably stay empty for a very long time.